Before I set off on any voyages of self-discovery, I like to drink an ocean of booze. Booze. Some people use it to escape. I use it so that I can rediscover the little girl who lives inside of me. I don't know. Maybe I lost her. Maybe I drowned her. I think I did drown her. If I could just bring her up, I could give her mouth to mouth. But I don't know. I had a Beatles club. We started a Beatles club. I played the drums. I was Ringo.
Ray!
These people, every fiber of my being, I detest these people.
This is my beauty shot.
Look at the look! Archbishop Skinner, I was like, who is the eternal high priest? God or Archbishop Skinner?
Hi, I'm Bossy Betterton, and welcome back to Ask Bossy. She's better than you. The show where we turn losers into winners right here on the air. Okay, caller. Caller, how have you messed up?
Look, Bossy, I just want to say that sometimes people can't help their circumstances.
Oh, come on now, caller. You're starting to hedge on me a little bit here. Let's cut the excuses and get right to the point. What is it?
When my husband left me, Bossy, with 3 youngsters, I had no choice but to go on welfare and...
You know, caller, I just have to say right here that I have no sympathy for people who fritter away their annuity and then turn around and say, support me. I mean, you know, caller, you just have to decide right up front that you're going to put the 15,000 or the 25,000, whatever it is, into a stable bond where you can't get at it for so-called necessities. Come on, caller, pull in the old belt buckle on this one.
I don't know what you're talking about, annuity, Bossy. I don't even have money for the groceries.
Get a job on the side. It's all in the old attitude, caller. You've just got to pull yourselves up by the bootstraps and make the contacts. Don't be ashamed, caller. Use the old boy network. Invest in a few dinner parties and watch the offers pour in.
Look, Bossy, I don't know how I'm going to get this across to you, but I'm a single mother of 3.
I know where you're coming from on this one, caller. I know what it's like to be a single parent. Believe it or not, I do, because I was coming back from Mexico last April. You know, we have a little place down in the Yucatan, nothing fancy, you know, but I was stuck in Mexico City Airport with Natasha, my 3-year-old, for 2 hours. I mean, you just have to know Mexico City Airport to know what I'm talking about. But believe me, I learned more about being a single mother in those 2 hours than I think most people learn in a lifetime. But caller, another whiner shamed into silence. You know, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen.
just two happy homos from somewhere round the bay. They had to come into St. John's because they're flaming gay. They fight at home, they fight at home, they fight in court, they fight in court because they're queens, councillors at large.
Jerome, you're not supposed to be hearing this, you know. You're the prosecution. I'm trying to protect my client's confidentiality.
And I'm trying to go to sleep.
So, Dr. Snellgrove, I think we got a handle on this case. There's just one small thing. Why were you barking at Constable Tibbet?
Well, they were being so stupid. It was the only way I could get through to them. And I was afraid to snort like a pig.
To want the money, right?
Right.
Don't say that in court, all right? All right. So, you were down on all fours barking at the constable.
Right.
Did you bite him?
No.
Did you nip at his heels? Did you tug at his pants? Did you drool on his uniform?
Did you lift your leg?
No, I told you I was only barking at him, Jerome.
Jerome, do you think you could refrain from discussing the details of my client's case for 5 minutes? So, as far as the police knew, you and your medical colleagues were having a game of Pictionary, merely depicting farm animals.
I suppose so, but how do you explain the alcohol and the cadaver?
We don't. We go with the Pictionary defense. I think we got an airtight case.
Well, did we touch on everything?
Everything legal.
I think you know every legal trick in the books.
I think he's had every legal trick in the book.
Oh, I must write that down, Jerome, so I don't forget it.
My God, I hope this don't affect my practice.
My God, Roger, sure half your practice was hauled off to the cooler with you.
Jerome. God, what are you like? You're a crucifier. Roger.
What?
There's only one thing could lose this case for us now.
Oh, my plugs.
Well, no, but you know what they say. First impressions are very important.
That's right. And Judge Piltry is a real hair freak. She's never let a brunette off, and I've yet to see her let a ball man go free.
Oh, my God, as soon as she sees these plugs, this case is down the
Oh,
drain.
nonsense, Roger. If I didn't know you myself, I'd say you had a full head of natural lustrous hair.
Maybe I should wear a hat.
Oh, no. You know what they says? The bigger the brim, the bigger the sentence. Idle a Pino in witness for the milliner.
Oh,
right,
thanks,
yeah.
Job's comforter. Roger, don't you worry. You come into the office first thing tomorrow morning, and I'll do your hair, all right? I'll heighten, lighten, tint, back comb, perm, spiral perm, whatever I got to do to that hair to win this case.
Thanks, Duncan. Good night, Jerome.
Night.
Now, go home and get a good night's sleep and say your positive affirmations.
All right. I got a full head of lustrous, tumbling chestnut hair.
I got a full head of lustrous, tumbling chestnut hair. Yuck, them plugs. Makes me sick to look at them. Oh, stop, Jerome. What are you gonna do? I don't know. I suppose I could put a bag over his head. What are you doing on my side of the bed?
You had a good side of the bed all last month.
I'm getting a sick headache now, Jerome.
Oh, all right. If you're going to lose the case, I suppose you deserve the good side of the bed.
Where's me woolly?
That's right. Talking dear Wooly, you'll think of something.
What am I gonna do with them old plugs?
Night.
Night, Jerome. My God, Jerome. When are we gonna get the bangs trimmed on this thing? It's a safety hazard.
I know, I told you to put a few clips in it, but you're too worried about your roots to think about highway safety.
And sure, the forehead's breaking out and everything. We need an oil change.
Attention fashion paramedics. We've got hair plugs and a bad perm at the corner of Gower and Prescott.
Prep the roots room and keep John Jacks on standby alert. Hang on to your kiss curl, Jerome. We're going in. Excuse me. I'm afraid your do's are don'ts.
What about her?
Oh, don't worry about me. Save Roger.
There's nothing we can do for him, Jerome. Plugs. We're too late. But, honey, your problem is all on the outside. The inside is just fine.
Don't worry, honey. I'll save you. That here is not dead, Duncan, till I say it's dead. What? Give it 500 volts.
Oh, my sister. She did the perm.
Perm! 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 It's no use, Jerome.
What is wrong with you people? Perm! 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 She is a friend of mine, damn it.
Jerome, That here is dead. D-E-A-D, dead. It's not always easy being a fashion paramedic. Sometimes you have to deal with dead, but there's always wigs.
If this has turned into a Sixth Street, I'm leaving.
So what else is new? No. That dream was an omen.
And so, as you can see, Your Honor, the defendant's animalistic outbreak at the riot.
Objection.
Sustained.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At the party was quite unprovoked and very upsetting for young Officer Tibbetts.
Sorry, Roger. Oh, you turn on your own mother, Jerome?
Well, why wouldn't I? She turned on me.
I suppose she did. After you streaked and tipped her hair with your vex and it all fell out.
Hearsay.
And she was supposed to go to a wedding in Toronto.
Oh,
on Tuesday, Your Honor.
gentlemen,
And that's
hearsay.
not the
Gentlemen,
first time he's shagged
legal
his mother's hair.
Gentlemen,
She got a
approach the bench, please. With the defendant.
Don't worry, Roger. Don't want your own.
Now, I think I found a way, gentlemen, to cut through these proceedings. Guilty! Not guilty! Guilty!
Oh, really great stuff. Really great stuff here. Hi, welcome back. I'm Bossy Betterton, and this is Ask Bossy. She's better than you. And you know, I've had a caller on the line here for about a half an hour on hold, and he's really working up a good head of steam. Let's see if he's ready to blow. Hello, caller.
Look, I've had it with self-appointed experts like you who think you've got the answers to everyone's problems. Well, where do you dig up the answers, huh? Who gives you the right to tell people how to live their...
Good point, caller. That's a really good point, and I'm glad you called in with it, because most of what I know, caller, I didn't learn in school. I mean, most of what I know, really useful knowledge, I picked up in Poppy Albright's library, which was, you know, quite considerable for a private library. I realized later, you know, when I saw other people's libraries or lack of libraries. But most of the useful knowledge that I have, I didn't get it in school. You know what I mean? We went to a convent school, and the nuns would be there, of course, you know, trying to pound the facts into the heads of the poor kids, trying to get them ahead. But they wouldn't touch me, caller, because they knew if there was so much as a straw missing out of my broomstick when I got home, Nanny Albright would pull the mortgage on that convent so fast to make their veils spin. Caller?
Look, you people think you own the world, and you think you own everything in it, don't you?
And you, caller, you think the world owes you a living, and that's why you're a sob sister, and I have no sympathy.
Just a minute. You're saying that...
That's all the time we have, caller, but you know, it's really good to get it off your chest and make a clean sweep of it. I feel great. Hold on now, what's that sound? What's that? Oh, you know, that sounds like a few over-enthusiastic fans outside the studio again. Well, that's it. I guess it's out the back door in the laundry cart again this week. Okay. Oh, my book. Get my book, No Sympathy. I can't afford to leave any evidence for the Paris mob. Thanks a lot. Well, that's all for now. I'm Bossy Betterton. See you next week on Ask Bossy. She's better than you.
Now, Dolly is older than I am, of course.
Yeah, but only by 10 months.
Granny, let me take that. That's heavy for you. And first, I'm going to put it in there, and everyone can help themselves.
Oh, dear, ask Grandma if he's had corn, would you, dear?
Corn? Okay, would you pass that Dolly to Grammy? Grammy, corn?
Grammy, you know I don't tolerate corn.
Grammy doesn't want corn.
Oh, well, no, the peas. Ask Grandma if he likes some.
Grammy,
The peas are awfully good, Grandma.
There you go, Dolly. Didn't you have some too?
Chloe, are these peas from your garden?
Oh, aren't they fresh?
Yes.
Well, no. Regretfully, I have not grown peas in my garden since '85.
Chloe has an awfully nice garden, a perfect garden, don't you, dear?
Grampy, I don't let Dolly watch the news at all.
No, the news can be terribly disturbing, can't it, Diddy? We don't like to listen to it at all. That's why we like it here on the island.
It's interesting because when Bob and his first wife, and she was an awfully nice person, wasn't she, Grampy? Bob's first wife,
Is that Bob's son?
dear.
Granny?
What?
What Bob is that?
Oh, dear.
Bob who, Grampy? Who's Grammy talking about? What
She's
Bob?
talking about Bob, Grammy's sister's daughter's son, Bob.
That's right.
Oh, Bob.
Little Bobby.
He and his first wife, and she was an awfully nice, just a sweet person, you know, and she sadly hurt herself quite badly, Diddy, opening a can, I think it was, and never recovered. But, oh, dear, what was I going to tell you? Oh, yes, when we first came to Grampy, 1945, dear, how long would we have been here then?
Been there?
In 1945, dear.
45 there. Well, we'd been here for quite some time then, Diddy, as you can imagine, even though you're not from the island. But, of course, the Pilgrims were the first ones here.
There's no pilgrims here now, Grampy.
I think your Grampy knows that.
I think you did.
The lighthouse has been there ever since. Does anyone have any idea how old the lighthouse is?
Chloe, the neighbors next door to us, the Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
They've got a rooster in their front. Can you imagine anything more hysterical? A rooster in Brooklyn.
That's funny.
What did Dolly say?
No, thank you.
I have in my garden more wax beans, more green beans I have in my garden. Well, Granny, you know you've seen my garden. Well, how many green beans would you say I have in my garden?
Oh, I couldn't count them, dear.
And I couldn't pick them.
Would anyone like to hear a brief history of the island?
I'm working with computers now, Grammy.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
You're never alone if you have a computer.
Right, well, the work that I'm doing now, the research that I'm doing, involves a method which,
He's talking about computers,
probably maybe 400 people in the entire United States who know the ins and outs of this system.
Well, Diddy.
That's fascinating, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, the blacks are doing awfully well, Grampy.
aren't they?
Oh, yes.
Well,
What did she say?
well, Dolly said that the blacks are doing awfully well.
That's wonderful. Have
That's
potatoes,
hot.
dear.
Use your
Granny,
tongs.
I have never eaten a potato. Have I, dear? Tell them. I have never eaten a potato.
Eats potatoes all the time. She's Irish.
You couldn't have had a potato out of my garden because I grow a very dry potato, and I can't eat a wet potato. I know what you mean.
If I wanted to have a potato, I would have one from your garden.
Oh, well, I'll send you a bag of potatoes, and then you can hang
Potatoes all the time. What are you
talking about?
Well, I just don't eat potatoes. I do not eat potatoes.
Slim,
There's
dear.
Dolly playing with her little black friend as a child.
Oh, dear, ask Grandma if he's had corn, would you, dear?
Corn? Okay, would you pass that Dolly to Grampy? 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 Corn?
Grammy, you know I don't tolerate
Grampy doesn't want corn.
Oh, the peas. Ask Grandma if he likes peas. The peas are awfully good.
There you go, Dolly. Didn't you have some too?
Chloe, are these peas from your garden?
Oh, aren't they fresh?
No, you don't have to be
No,
fat to be
I
anorexic.
regretfully have not grown peas in my garden since '85.
If you can, in your own words, what's happening in the world of high fashion these days?
Seduction in the 90s, Frank, is more subtle. Nothing is aggressive. Fabrics are airy, floating around the body. This spring, now I don't know if you've noticed, or if you've noticed either, Frank, women will seem to dance and not just walk. There's a new cool of thought. Lighten, deconstruct.
Wow. Incredible. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
You talk about lighten and deconstruct. So what I'm seeing now, this is the new, lighter, deconstructed Chazelle I'm seeing?
Well, Frank, it's a little more free, accessible, just a nuance away from natural.
Sounds great.
The close of heaven, Frank, transcending the pull of time and tide. Venus rising, a silver star, Jeffrey Bean spiraling into our future's mirror.
Chazelle, I keep thinking that you're talking to me, but what's coming out is like hard copy from some fashion magazine.
Seduction in the 90s, Frank, is subtle. The clothes are understated, modern, but with a postmodern overtone.
Wow. I think I see what you're trying to get at, but I just keep thinking in terms of deconstruction and lightening up and to bring you back to reality again, it would like take paint and varnish remover. I'm sorry, but...
Frank?
Oh.
Frank?
I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
Oh. I'm sorry. Chazelle, I'm sorry. I get carried away.
You have every yo-yo, every Nimrod in the world out here. And honest to my God, you just about disappear up their hole. I mean, you could be a mass murderer and you have him out here and you're as polite as cat shit to him and I come out. And I'm not trying to sell people Uzis. I'm not trying to say go out and build atomic weapons. I'm just trying to say, go out and spend a little money on yourself, get a little matte tone finish. Feel good about yourself. I don't know why you're doing this to me.
I know, maybe something to do with our chemistry or something.
You promised.
I know, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll give it another chance. Let's start again. Okay, our guest tonight is Chazelle, ladies and gentlemen. And now... Oh, boy. It's great to have you back here tonight, Chazelle. It is fantastic to have you back here. And you know something? I want you to tell us tonight all about the world of high fashion.
Yeah, right.
Come on, Chazelle. Come on, honey. Come on. Chazelle, you can do it. Come on.
The fashion statement of the 90s, Frank, is be comfortable with who you are, where you are, and what you wear. Now is your moment to be beautiful.
Sorry.
I'm going to read you a fairy tale. Hi, Cherry.
Hi, Kiwi.
Drop it, Cherry.
Today's story is for a little boy named Dean.
Well, actually, he wasn't so little, was he?
And it's called Mexico, Masks, and Me. Okay, once upon a time, oh yeah, I almost forgot. The magic word for today, boys and girls, is condom.
You think you could put a lid on it, Cherry, for 5 minutes?
Once upon a time, there was a homosexual, and I'm not afraid to use that word, who was so bored he went out and shoplifted his weight in Clinique products. Anyway, the police arrested him and put him in jail because he couldn't pay the fine, and they were quite abusive, as they often are to homosexuals.
You'll remember when you were arrested that time, Cherry. They were quite terrible.
Anyway, he couldn't pay the fine, he was broke, so they threw him in jail for a month. Well, a week or two passed, during which time said person befriended a rat.
Don't touch me like that, Cherry.
Every night, the rat would come out of his hole, and this person would feed him. Finally, one night, out of sheer ennui, he kissed the rat. And he immediately became a beautiful prince. I know he should be a handsome prince, but he was more like a woman, really, more beautiful than handsome. And so they moved out of jail and into a third-floor loft on New Gower Street with a jacuzzi and a deck and a view to die for and gorgeous mauve drop curtains, sort of Russian balloon style. They were really beautiful. You're a slave to mauve, aren't you? Anyway, the rat, who had the heart of a prince, turned out to be still quite a rat. It was all kiwi, 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 nibble, 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 lick, lick, lick when you were a rat, and now you're a goddamn prince. You won't give me the time of day. Anyway, so they split up, and I took my duvet back, because it was my Christmas present, not meant for some old rat. Oh, it just makes me so bitter, Cherry. It makes me really bitter. And the moral of the story is, wear a condom. You may be sleeping with a rat. Well, actually, the story doesn't really end like that, but I think it's a good ending because it's a good moral. I think every story should end with that moral these days. I wear one every day just out of habit as part of my costume. And so remember, boys and girls, when you go out, wear your condom!